Hi, boys and girls. My name is Miss Melissa, and I'm a 5th grade teacher at a local school called Corrales International School. Today, I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the U.S. Census and a big word called apportionment. So, what exactly is the U.S. Census? The U.S. Census is a count of all the people in a country, and it is carried out every 10 years. This year, we're being counted for the 2020 census, and the last census was carried out in 2010. So, let's talk about some big words, and the word apportionment is going to come back again so that you all know what it means. The first big word is called representative. A representative is a person that represents a group of people. So, one person is chosen. We vote for people for our government to represent a large group of people. Did you know, boys and girls, that every representative that we have in New Mexico actually represents 700,000 people? Population. The word population means the number of people in a certain area. What do you think, boys and girls? How many people do you think Albuquerque has? 500,000? 1 million people? Apportionment. Here is the next big word. Apportionment is actually the number of members with each U.S. state that each U.S. state sends to the House of Representatives, and it is actually based on our population. So I think this map is pretty cool, guys, because it not only shows the United States, but it shows how many representatives are in each state. So let's find New Mexico right here. We have 3 different people in the House of Representatives that represent what we would like in our government. Because Texas, for example, has many more people, the population is larger. It has a whopping 36 House of Representatives members. Isn't that crazy? The U.S. House of Representatives. What exactly is that? Well, it's a part of the U.S. government, specifically Congress, responsible for making our nation and our state laws. Some of these laws are what rules we have for driving and even how our local schools are run. So basically, we are the ones that vote for people called representatives. Apportionment means how many we have in our state, and the U.S. House of Representatives is where they go and work. Who are these representatives, you might wonder? We have 3 of them, like I said before. The first one is Ray Lujan from Nambe, New Mexico. Our third is Deb Holland from the Laguna Pueblo. And Xochitl Torres from Las Cruces, New Mexico. I'll talk a little bit more about them now. Let's start with Ray Lujan. So Ray Lujan was actually elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 2008. He is from this little area right here, this county. He has helped in issues or policies with energy, education, and Native Americans. Deb Holland, she was elected in 2018, and she's one of the first Native American women to be elected to Congress. She is involved with committees for armed forces and natural resources, and her tribe or her area is right here, the Laguna Pueblo tribe. Last but not least, we have Xochitl Torres Small. She was also elected in 2018 and is involved with women's issues and Hispanic communities. So she's from Las Cruces, which is down over here. So how does representation work? Let's talk a little bit more about that. So the U.S. House of Representatives is made up of 435 people that come from all over the United States and represent our needs and wants to the U.S. government. They help make nation and statewide laws. This is how it works. So again, New Mexico is right here. We have 3 representatives that go and help and make our laws for our country. New Mexico's representatives. Remember, apportionment means the number of members each U.S. state sends to the House of Representatives based on its population. So, because we have, in 2000, let's start with that. In 2000, our population was 1,823,821. Our representatives were 3. Now, boys and girls, our representatives work in that for every 700,000 people we have, we get 1 representative. So because we have around 1,800,000 in 2000, we had 3 representatives. Now, in 2010, our population did grow. It grew from 1,800,000 to actually 2,067,273 people. Because it did not grow 700 more, we still stayed with 3 representatives. So, let's ask some questions about that information that we just had. What do you notice about that information? In 2000, we had almost 2 million people in New Mexico, while in 2010, we just had a bit over. Notice that our number of New Mexico representatives did not change and remained at 3. Again, that's because we didn't have a growth of more than 700,000. But even though in 2010, we did have more people. So question 2, based on the trend in our data, which is information with numbers that we just saw and that is now below, do you predict that New Mexico's population will increase or decrease in 2020 and why? So let's look at this information right here, boys and girls. We had our population in 2000 of 200, well, actually this is supposed to say 210. So in 210, we had 2,067,000. And in 2000, we had 1,800,000. So it did grow. Do you think it's going to grow again in 2020? The population will most likely increase because it did increase in 2010 to over 2 million from about 1,800,000 from 2000. So as you can see, our population is growing. So most likely we will have an increase this year. Question 3, based on your prediction in question 2, do you think New Mexico's number of representatives will increase, decrease, or stay the same after the 2020 census? So boys and girls, we have 3 representatives now. We had in 2003, the population grew some, but do you think our population is going to grow another 700,000 to gain a 4th representative? Using the information here in our chart, or the one that we had, our number of New Mexico representatives might stay the same, since we have to have over 700,000 or more people to gain a 4th representative, even though that would be pretty cool. So, probably not. Question 4, based on what you learned today, why is it important to get an accurate count of the population? What do you think, boys and girls? Why do you think it's really important to get an accurate count of all the people in New Mexico? It's important that we get an accurate count of the population because we want to make sure that we have enough representatives to represent us in Congress. We want to make sure that our voices are heard, boys and girls, that what we want in New Mexico is also heard in our Congress, that people know that we want maybe better roads or more technology for our schools even. We want to make sure to have our voices heard and not have any representatives taken away if not everybody is counted. Imagine, boys and girls, if we didn't have people counted and we didn't have our 3 representatives and 1 was taken away because people were not counted. That would be awful. So, this is what we learned in summary. In conclusion, we learned that the census count allows the U.S. government to determine how many U.S. representatives each state gets. New Mexico has 3 representatives. Do you remember their names? One was Xochitl Torres Small, a second one, and she was elected in 2018. A second is Deb Holland, and she also was elected in 2018. And our third is Ray Lujan, and he was elected in 2008. Finally, the government will be counting every person in our country again in the 2020 census. It's really important that we are all counted so that we can get the right number of representatives. Thank you so much for joining me, boys and girls. My name is Miss Melissa, and thank you for joining us at APS at Home. Have a great day.